So once we got to, now you have to remember, I'm running a branding agency, right? And marketing and branding and so forth. Graphic designers, have marketing people as well as the software engineers. And so, you know, I always say, like, the old saying that I've stolen and appropriated. If you're a hammer, then every problem looks like a nail, right? You're all biased. We have our filters, right?
Right.
So as a marketing and branding guy, you know, it's like, I'm looking at this and going, wow, now we have 6 or 8 or 10 different products in this area. We should build a brand around this. And that was the genesis for Green Goddess. And then as I was, like, we had our little lipstick pipe. We were doing thousands and thousands a month. The velocity was picking up and picking up and picking up and picking up to the point where I went and I ordered like 4,000 of these lipstick pipes. And the day they landed, Amazon shut down every pipe. Like, oh, you can't sell this, restricted products. You can't sell these anymore. The day I had like 4,000 of them land, and I'm like,
wow. Damn.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. I'm still selling lipstick pipes. Like, oh my goodness. So
Eric, is it fair to say then that Green Goddess, not just as a brand, but the Green Goddess that I see today, this independent, you know, retailer of SKUs and wholesaler, is that out of necessity? In other words, would you have still likely at some point in time, you would have entirely been on your own, not selling on Amazon, right? Or was that sort of the impetus for, well, there is no more doing this on Amazon, we have to do this independent?
No, because we didn't even have to do Amazon, you know, but what it was is, as this was building and I saw the potential, and what happened, we start sourcing more products, and then the more time and energy we spend on this, then you start thinking, wait a second, this is interesting. All right, we can go multi-channel with this. You know, we can launch our own website. We can sell to retail. We could do this. We could do that. Like, there is a whole business model here. Okay, hold on a second. What are we doing? Back up a second. Yeah. And it started off with just like, hey, we need some shit to sell, you know, and we're just like, oh, that looks good, you know, whatever. Because it wasn't about the Amazon business. That was really just a skunkworks project to learn and to, you know, for this client over here.
Right. Okay.
But as it started picking up and evolving, and we saw the potential, I was like, okay, wait a second. Hold on a second. I just happened to trip into something here. Ooh, this is interesting. And that's when I backed up. And again, I see it through that filter of, okay, we can build a brand around this. Okay, wait a minute. This is interesting. And inside of me, it sparked something. No pun intended, right? It sparked something. I started off in software with my first business back in 1990. I developed consumer software. Okay. So I was a programmer and I built stuff, but it wasn't custom contract projects. I actually started off putting software in a box. We did games and screensavers, children's interactive CD-ROMs, read to me storybooks, a lot of movie books and licensed content like Star Trek products and Terminator 2 screensavers and Batman and Robin and Free Willy read to me storybooks for kids and a lot of movie tie-ins and stuff like that. And really, actually, for what we were doing, very state-of-the-art type stuff back then. And it was a product business. And then over the years, it shifted. And next thing you know, 20, 25 years later, I'm in more of a services, we're developing custom websites, we're doing service stuff and all that stuff. And I started getting to the point where I was getting burnt out. I was like, and all of a sudden this was a product company again. And this was like, and it was just a breath of fresh air. It's not like some contracts and deliverables and milestones. It's kind of like, hey, I built a widget. You want it? You don't want it? Wait, don't buy it.
Products don't yell at you. Yeah, products don't yell at you even though they signed approval forms and
Right. Exactly.